ladies and gentlemen, we are back for more Kubera, picking up where we left off last time with the resurrection of Ananta. God knows where this is going to go. I'm very much looking forward to it. So let's run it. That was a terrible... Better. There we are. Let's rock. They're using both the Eye and Transcendentals, but just like Jerita, they only have so many. And for some reason, they seem to be more preoccupied fighting against each other than us. You can't summon the Sword of Return? Why not? All you have to do is call it, no? I mean, you're still alive and you hold ownership. Wait, does my younger brother have it? He's trapped right now, so... She knows he's trapped? I heard he was bound to an entirely different dimension. Since he holds stronger ownership over that sword, I guess it's bound with him. Who did you hear that from? It was what my brother said. What? I didn't hear it directly from him, but Ron did. He said my brother already knew he'd be trapped in the future. Then he also shared other valuable information which humans would be targeted as potential vessels for Ananta's resurrection. Was that unconscious? Huh? How did you know? Did Ron tell you before I did? He and I landed unconscious together. And Ron happened to run into my brother before he found me. So I asked him to take me to my brother, but he said we could no longer meet him. Was that Kali pretending to be Yuta? But then, sharing all that information wouldn't do Kali any good. Anyway, if you really can't use the Sword of Return, just hop on my back. I don't know if my father's presence is affecting them or what, but they get revived ridiculously fast. It's best to just avoid them if possible. I was hoping death by the Sword of Return would delay that, but it is what it is. Gotta love Kalavinka. Season 3, Episode 366, The Snake King 28.
I guess we should try to strike him while he's still relatively weak. Even better if we can hinder the absorption of the continent while we're at it.
I'm not sure how much dent the three of us can make, but here we go! None.
None at all. It's not working. We're not even scratching him. And he doesn't even mind us, so we can't even stall his consumption of the continent.
Now that Ananta's resurrected, the vessel candidate should be considered safe, right? Then I should stay here and help out instead of going back to the kids. Are you sure? You need to burn through your lifespan to use any real force. And from what I heard, you don't have a lot of it left. But stopping Ananta is our top priority.
Stay back for now, Ron. Ananta isn't the end. We also have the coronation of the Taraka to worry about. When that time comes, gods and Nostika who rely on Transcendentals won't be able to do much. And Ananta, supposedly our next best alternate solution, failed miserably. So your role will be more than crucial.
He's starting to look a lot more like Yaksha, doesn't he? That he's let his hair down. Just saying. Listen to him, Ran. He makes a valid point. You should save your strength for later. That Ananta isn't in his full strength yet, so Kasak and I, along with other gods and Syrah, should be able to handle him. But why are they running so late? Syrah need time to travel, so I get it, but gods? They should have already been here.
God Vaya went to Ishholy. He should join us along with the god Surya as soon as he gets resummoned.
We still don't know where God Agni is, but...
I believe he went to save his summoner, then convinced my father and Asura to join us.
Alright, so that means... In fact, no, this is probably... wrong. Alright, so that means no help from the gods for the time being. But shouldn't we do something before he gobbles up all the continents? It looks like he's almost done with the South Pole already. And look, Callabloom's gotten closer. I think other continents are getting dragged in as well.
There's nothing we can do by ourselves. We'll just end up wasting more vigor and lifespan.
Kasak, let's head toward Callabloom. If we can't stop Ananta, then we should at least try to save those lives. The South Pole couldn't be saved, but I can do something to save the continents across the ocean. And? What are you waiting for?
Hearing you talk about casualties and saving lives got me a little stunned.
I'll get off here. Got it. Stay with the other Yaksha and the kids. Hodivayu. Looks like it failed. even after sacrificing the poor vessel.
The continent is disappearing. We must go now. Getting ready to bail out. All this time you've been attacking humans in support of the resurrection. And now that it's failed miserably, you're readily ditching everything? Ron. No. You don't get to look at me with those eyes. You're not the victim here. I am. Thanks to your masterful betrayal, my side took a huge hit. And I'm having to stay outside the city with my kids like stray dogs. Everyone fought for what was due to them. That's all. You also fought to save your kids, didn't you? Well, yeah. But you see, I didn't sacrifice someone else's kid to save my own. And so, I'm protecting not only my kids, but also someone else's dearest Lenny. Lenny's alive? You bet. She's under my protection, just as my kids are. Then, that announcer right there. He was resurrected without a vessel. Relatively speaking, he's still weak. But if we keep up like this, he'll end up destroying more than just one continent. So, are you just gonna sit on your hands? Of course we shouldn't! Indra. So very unfortunate how things turn out. I had high hopes for a proper resurrection. But what's done is done! And it is what it is. That's 2 it is what it is we've had this chapter. I think it's time for all of us to get together and take him down. Yesterday's enemy can become today's ally. The voice, listen to the listen to it, don't trust him. The deepest ocean trench should be located below here, but are you sure about this? The ocean floor is still land after all, and it appears to be getting pulled toward the South Pole.
Well, there's something only I can do, so I have to try. The South Pole is where he'll have to stop, but I'll stop him. What? He'll have to, huh? But I'll stop him taking anything across the ocean. Kasak, you should force with the others and take Ananta down.
Oh, certification? Partial, at least. Interesting. I wonder what that ability is. Also, hold on, I'm just gonna quickly do that. I want to see how... Okay, yeah, we're gonna get caught up today. We're getting caught up today. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? Right, eyes are on it.
That ice ridge! Godhava must have stepped up to stop the consumption of additional continents. So, this is it. Our chance to bring him down while he's still weak. Together.
We'll need a solid strategy. Kasak and Godhava used their Transcendentals earlier, but they couldn't even scratch him.
A simultaneous attack by a half-dragon and Godhava. He must have resisted the impact from the heat and cold, and have the earth beneath him absorb the rest. That's some resistance, considering his unstable condition. Godhava wouldn't have expected that level of resistance when he attacked.
But isn't Ananta Earth and Sky attribute? I had no idea he'd be this strong against heat and cold.
No, it's the contrary. He's immune to gravity. Immune to gravity. Immune to gravity. Sorry, that's just funny to say. He's immune to gravity and mind control, and absorbs electricity and poison. So heat, cold, and physical attacks are about the only means that can effectively be used against him. And that's why I can't use my electricity when going up against Ananta.
You got the Vajra there.
Combining cold and heat was actually pretty smart. Too bad that Ananta held out surprisingly well. We need to first find a way to keep him from using Earth to absorb any physical damage. Hold on. Doesn't that kind of remind you of Lisa's shoes? Lisa's shoes, which are, we know aren't actually one of God Kubera's items. Interesting. And so when she's on the ground, she basically can't die. It's just a theory. A webtoon theory. Sorry, terrible. Terrible. It was awful. Anyway. I'm sure you're catching the drift of what I'm saying. If Sora can even have items, but you know what I mean. Well, yeah, of course they can. Surely they can. Make an item out of Sora's parts. It would put it, you know, take on some of their effects. I mean, obviously the boots glow gold, so they're kind of indicative of Kubera, but given that Kubera is fighting for Ananta's name, maybe there's some name shenanigans going on there. Who knows? Or ownership shenanigans over the name, and therefore the item. Who knows? But hey, whatever. If he does so by in contact with the Earth, then levitating him by force would be out of the question. So I guess we should collapse the Earth instead. That's right. Lucky for us, the South Pole is almost gone. So it won't be that difficult to lift him into the air. Chatan, you're up. Separate him from the Earth. I'll hold him back from returning to it as long as I can. And Shess, you are to assist Ron Syrof. Your attacks won't help much, so use everything you've got to back him up. I wonder, do we think Shess is going to develop soon? Come on, because Shess has got to have a moment, surely. Be it his attribute or destructive power, Ron Syrof is our best bet against Ananta. You're gonna have to use the voices, brother. You can't risk your life yet. Season 3, Episode 367. The Snake King, 29. I let Kasak know about our plan. To follow your lead and lash out simultaneously once Ananta is up in the air. Ron Syrof, are you listening? Your attack is our cue. Take it seriously and make it work. The safety of your family is at stake. You can kill him one day, Ron, don't worry. Everything will work out, Ron. We can help. You can fight this battle with only a tad of your lifespan if you let us help you. No. You think I don't want your don't know what your intention is? Then you'd rather burn through your lifespan now. And you'd be valuable when facing our king. You know we won't be able to help you fight against our king. Right, you should save your lifespan for that moment. You'd be a fool to waste it now. You'd better take our help now. It's for the best. Then promise me you'll stick to the plan. I know they're your worst enemy, but they're my allies in this battle against Ananta. There's a strategy in place. I can't allow you to attack allies against it. That was awkwardly translated. If you don't keep this promise, I'll never let you take control over my body. So asking us to make that promise, because you're not so sure if your will can stop us. What's the matter? You managed to stop us and save Kalavinka when you fought against Maruna. Or are you sympathizing with our hatred toward those who obliterated us? We'll try, well, after they tried to kill your children. I'm not surprised. You now share our hatred, so things are bound to be different this time. You're not sure if you can stop us like you did for Kalavinka. Think what you want. Oh joy! Oh joy! Oh joy! Rond, I know I shouldn't be the one to ask you this, but using your power now, are you gonna be okay with it? I mean, you must have had to use a chunk of your lifespan because of me. I know, right? I'd have had a lot more room now if you hadn't ambushed me to take my kids away.
If you're feeling sorry for me, then I suggest you do your best so we can succeed. Because I don't think I can take part in this twice.
He seems to have noticed the ice ridge, but he isn't getting away from the earth. Chatan, go ahead and start.
Chatan, smash!
Oh, okay. Best of luck, Kinaravada. Chatan!
Stay focused. We gotta attack him now.
He jumped away from the earth instead of trying to land elsewhere. I didn't see that coming. What would you have done without me? Well, that bought me enough time to bind him with my wind. So it worked out for the better.
Ananta, man, poor guy. He doesn't deserve any of this.
I wonder if his... The aftershock may reach this far, Indra. We should move further back. Indra? Oh, what a bastard. That blow is effective, but it's an answer we're dealing with. Stable or unstable, that can't be the end of him. We should strike again before he reaches the bottom of the ocean. Ron? What's wrong? Ananta's over here! Ron Cyrov, good thing you came. Indra fled the scene. He might be up to something. So you should go and check. As soon as I'm done healing Chatan, I will...
You killed our Iravada. You betrayed our trust and turned on the very alliance. Traitor.
Spicy. Oh yeah, brother. Come on, Ron. Get a grip. They also broke their promise immediately. Like, they have immediately broken their promise. Right? Like, they have immediately broken their promise. Also, those voices referring to themselves as that called themselves the Vigor are seemingly related to the Taraka, which I kind of loosely assumed. But does that imply that... So, are those voices calling themselves the Vigor because they have a connection to Vigor, the system behind magic, right? Or are they saying that because they feel like it? Because if so, that implies there's a connection between Vigor and the Taraka. Unless I'm completely misinterpreting that, or it was translated wrong or something. Let me know. He couldn't have heard the story from any of the guards, but he's acting as if he's part of the old human race. And considering his abrupt change in behavior, he's likely to be influenced by a mental transcendental. That should be able to undo it. I might be weaker in the human realm, but I'm still the strongest on this planet when it comes to psychic power. Get it together, Ron Cyrov. You're being manipulated. I don't know who's controlling you, but Indra's certainly behind it. That bold attitude. Only someone who believes I would survive the day would act that way. I'm not surprised. Whether it was decided by only a few or their entire realm, those so-called gods were always looking for a chance to get rid of me. Indra's behind it. Right. I'll have to kill him too. I have to. Wait. Why is this mental transcendental not wearing off? And his hostility toward Indra is intensifying.
But before I do, I'll finish you first! Get out of my way!
Wait. Chatan had nothing to do with it, so please just spare his life. Season 3, episode 368. The Snake King, 30. Chatan is much, much younger than me, so he wasn't even born at the time. I also grieve over her death. I understand your deep-seated anger, but please. Chatan doesn't know anything. I'm in no position to argue if you say you hate him just for being a Kinara. But again, please. I beg you.
So you know us. You stood in our way in your human form, hoping we would recognize you.
You tried to protect Lenny for the sake of our Iravata, didn't you? That's why we rooted for you. It's very unfortunate things had to come to this. This isn't a fight for a 4th stage youngster like yourself. So run. Mother! Ron's not being controlled by a mental transcendental. Trying to undo the influence won't. Indra should be the first to die. You must kill Indra first. He's coming after our kids as we speak. Help us, Ron, before we all... No. No. If I can't make him stop attacking, that'll change his target priority. He's going to attack Indra sooner or later, so I can easily make him go after Indra first. It doesn't matter who or what's controlling him. You cannot disobey this command.
Indra.
Got it? Go and tell Asa what I just told you. Then use the crescent gate to...
What are you scheming, Indra?
Just when I thought we were done with Ananta, now it's Ron and Indra going against each other? I don't know what the story is, but if I had to pick a side, I'm with Ron.
You damn useless lugworm.
Hello there, my speck of love.
Oh dear. Oh dear me.
Mother, we can't let Ron go and do this. We haven't confirmed Ananta's death yet. We should leave Indra for now and take care of Ananta first. Indra wouldn't have fled in the first place if confirming Ananta's death was crucial. Protecting this universe is how preserves his own stand. Protecting this universe is how he preserves his own standing. So him abandoning the scene is proof enough that the current Ananta isn't as threatening. Or that's not his goal.
But given that he's seemingly turning against Brahma, it probably is his goal to maintain the universe. Or at least not destroy it yet.
And I agree with that assessment, though we can't rule out the possibility that he may regenerate and return from the bottom of the ocean. He seems incapable of doing so without absorbing the earth. Regenerating underwater would take him much longer than usual, and we can work an easy way out of this mess in the meantime. We can persuade Agni, Vasuki, or Taksaka to completely destroy this planet. Destroying the whole planet? That's way too much. Humans are running out of planets to inhabit. If they lose Wilharv too, then... Shess, it's Ananta we're dealing with. The one who used to be the mightiest in the entire universe. One planet is a very small price to pay. If we can stop the resurrected version of such a being.
Ananta? What are you doing?
Planet Helmet. Well, it must have been tough going to where I am. We all look like Garuda, but we died and woke up at different times, not to mention the varying degrees and restored memories. So it's a complete mess. Some are fighting, some are trying to stop them, some are devouring others. You name it. Jeez, Burunda, why didn't you help us if you were awake this whole time? Why would I? You killed me and ran away. I had no idea you could communicate like this. I assumed you'd wake up super scary, so I attacked you while you were still out of it, you know? He seems way too normal for someone who's been Tarakified. So, Mr. Burinda, whose side are you on? Meaning? I'm wondering if you're still part of the Garuda, or that other group that refers to themselves as us. Oh, you mean that us? No, I'm not part of them. Those folk, they hate the current human race for some reason. And I don't like that, so... Let's just say I'm a Garuda for now, but then... I don't know. I don't really feel like I belong with the Garuda either, so... I'm just gonna say I'm like her. You don't even know me that well. I know you're gonna kill Garuda I know you're gonna kill Garuda in a blink if it's Taraka eyes. Wow, really? Lise, did you just hear that? What do you mean by they hate the current human race? I assume Kalavinka is using the note thing to translate this, because otherwise there's no way Lise would be able to understand. Oh wait, no. This guy's actually speaking human. Never mind, I'm fucking stupid. It's me that's being dumb. He's actually just speaking human. Well, there's this thing they keep saying when they want to make you join them. That they want to Tarakify and make everyone become a part of us. They can bring upon the ultimate peace and whatnot. Oh, I've heard that speech before. Huh? So they tried to recruit you, too? Oh, no, not me. They said that to Mr. Vrichera when we were together. Ha, that's what I thought. They're always eager to Tarakify gods, or Sura, but they never bother with the current human race. They'd rather just ignore or kill them. The current human race isn't a part of their grand scheme, like the ultimate peace and us. If you ask me, I think they see you guys as, their substitutes? Imitations? Something of that sort. You seem shocked. What? You didn't know? Anyway, I think you should hurry. Look, my love is cracking. You should have told us sooner! It just started to crack, like, literally. That's not how you use that word. Alright, so, shall we get going? He seems a little sleazy. Oh, fuck! Yeah, I brought you to a high point. So you can check things out and choose your landing spot. This is Willarv? Ananta must have been resurrected already. If this was Ananta's doing... Oh wait. If this was Ananta's doing, things would have been much worse. I guess that something went wrong with the resurrection ritual. And that Ananta tried to reinforce himself by absorbing the earth from this planet. And obviously, some must have tried to stop Ananta by blowing up the whole planet. Sounds like Willarv will be doomed either way. Where did my brother go, by the way? Could this have been the reason for Willarv's collapse? What was the point of all that time travel if I can't change this fate? Well, it's not sentenced. Well, the planet doesn't look like this yet, does it? But see, it hasn't been completely destroyed. I'd say there's another force at work here. One that opposes the resurrection, but wants to save the planet. He's right. Not everything's the same. Different forces are at play, and the timing is different. I know things that I didn't know then, and more importantly, it hasn't completely collapsed yet. See? What did I say, Lise? I can change this. I have to. I need to yield a better outcome. For the sake of this universe, that became a mere possibility. Due to that ignorant regression. Chapter 58. The Snake King End. Next chapter. Someone's Universe. No, I won't be an ass. I'll read the most recent chapter. Let's go. The final, currently, chapter, as of recording, of Kubera. We are finally caught up. The day of reckoning is at last. Here we are. My god, if you've been here for the entire journey with me through all of Season 2 and 3, I didn't read Season 1 on the channel, but if you've been here for the whole journey, leave a comment. Because we're finally here. At the grand day where I finally catch up. The upload time for these will still remain Friday, even though I think it's Wednesdays, is it? I think that the chapters go live. But I will react to them on Fridays. They'll be up early for members. I'll try and record them as soon as possible. So members will get them whenever I can record them, probably Wednesdays, if not Thursday. Or earlier on the Friday, worst case. And everybody else will get them on the Friday. So, yeah, if you like the idea of maybe getting the early reactions to the most recent chapters, then £1 a month, £12 a year, up to you. But hey, also leave a like, comment, sub, notification bell, usual YouTube stuff. Anyway, let's finish today's reaction. Oh, let's go.
Father, please. This isn't right. Why are you doing this? I thought you'd bring the summoners that were being held hostage. Don't worry. I'll keep protecting them as long as they don't do anything silly. I even brought you your little princess, who gives you the reason to go on, as you put it. So what seems to be the issue? I know you're capable of moving to a different habitable planet. Aravat's suggestion to stop Ananta by destroying the planet is very reasonable. As a friend or not, I would have agreed to it. But you and Mother must have made some good memories on this planet. Memories? If that's reason enough to get attached to a lifeless thing, I'd still be carrying your mother's bones with me.
It was at this moment that Kasak felt a new emotion. That's fucked, Taksaka. I know you're a dragon and all, but fucking hell.
I didn't think this would matter to you, but maybe I was wrong. I guess you can't be as indifferent since you've spent most of your time on this planet. Or are you putting on a show to calm your whimpering little princess? Let it go, Agran Rajov. I saved you because you're my son's daughter. But saving all the others is a luxury we can't afford. Please, please, don't overwhelm her with such threats. She hasn't even healed all her vision yet. That was overwhelming, but she's way too weak. Please didn't even flinch. I'd appreciate if you didn't make such remarks either.
Poor Agwin. Poor Agwin, man. It must be tough being a quarter dragon. And having this as your dad. And this is your fucking grandfather.
Anyway, I'll stand by my decision. So I suggest you do whatever you need to do to protect your little princess. Mother would be very sad to see this. I doubt that because we were her only universe. You and I.
Season 3, episode 369. And 669. Someone's Universe 1. Vritra, Asura, Godhava, Aravada, Taksaka, Vasuki, and Sagara. If those were the Nastika present on the planet at the moment, Vasuki and Taksaka would have clashed with the greatest powers of planetary destruction. They're both wearing Kali's necklace. Which makes them relatively free from the weakening phenomena that affect Alsura while in the human realm. Oh, this is probably Barunda. Willav would have faced total destruction by now had they shared the same opinion. But seeing that it hasn't, only one of them must be in favor of destroying it. But Mr. Taksaka didn't seem like the type to just blow up an entire planet. What? What happened to Taksaka's image while I was gone? The Taksaka I knew wouldn't even blink for something like this. Wouldn't it be more plausible for Vasuki to defend the planet against Taksaka as a means to strengthen Ananta? Still, Mr. Taksaka is... No, I could be wrong. I've already gotten that feeling from Mr. Vritra. He could be kind to me, yet have no issue with taking part in a massacre. Assuming that he only cares about his own son, he could always choose to save his son and give up that planet. Taksaka's power is overly offense-oriented. He wouldn't be able to defend the planet against Vasuki. On the other hand, I could see Vasuki putting up quite a defense against Taksaka if the tables were turned. Look at Sona! He's going all frenzy mode. Brenda, tell these that we have to use my necklace to snap him out. Oh god. Oh no. Yeah, this can't be good. Nothing good is happening right now. Well, thanks. I started out with partial certification to deal with a Taraka that showed up out of nowhere, but then I saw incoming transcendentals that could blow up the whole planet, so I fully certified to deal with those, and things just spiraled out of control from there. Yeah, you get more powerful when you absorb transcendentals. Well, I guess your full certification ended up protecting the planet. Good thing we had my necklace. It would have been a total mess without it. I couldn't agree more. Thank goodness you came when you did, Kalavinka. By the way, what do you mean by a Taraka showed up out of nowhere? Well... Ma, can we go out? No, stay put. Always be cautious around unfamiliar Sura. Plus, we don't even know what they're talking about. Something about them was... different. They were switching between Sura and human forms, and they even talked. And they kept telling Sona to join their group referred to as us. Let me guess, Sona didn't even budge? I mean, it gets hard to communicate with Sona when he's Surified, so there's that. I never thought I'd be thankful of his frenzy mode. So, the only Taraka that appeared so far are the ones you just mentioned as and Jarita, who showed up near the Arctic.
North Pole.
I guess there are more, considering the number of powerful beings present on Willav. But then, I guess you wouldn't be able to tell. There was an ocean where Jarita appeared, and there's water right here. Even the core of the abyss was filled with water. Could water be related to the places where Tarakas emerge? Now that I think about it, the Lake of Reflection is also... Wait! There was a mass emergence of Taraka in that lake. And now the god who blocked off that lake following the said incident is no longer here. Then, that could be the place where they start appearing this time. The Lake of Reflection. What about Collarbloom? The Lake of Reflection. The city got drawn all the way out here from the inland. Buildings were destroyed and the barrier wasn't strong enough to withstand the earthquake. The entire city could have gotten sucked in. I guess things could have been much worse. Indra disappeared during his fight against Ran. He probably drained his summoner's lifespan. I didn't see anyone when I came back up, and Daxaka seems to be working to destroy the planet. I need to find out what happened with Ran and Kasak. Or the summoners. I'll have to approach the humans to get some information. Come on, everyone! Miss Clary is our president at the moment. Huh? What about Teo? Miss Teo had to be absent at a time like this. I mean, I'm not sure she's fit to lead us at this point. As that scene she made around the barrier stone, I don't know if she can be trusted. But she holds that iconic value, you know? Iconic, sure. Seeing how she gets treated nowadays, I'd totally understand if she left the city. I know I would. Wait, so Teo's not here. What if monsters pop out of the Lake of Reflection again? God, I only took care of them for us. He should be fine. You think he got them all? See, someone say he disappeared before he could, you know? I know, we finished off the remaining monsters by ourselves. Well, I mean, the Taraka must have appeared in other places besides here, so... He might have gone elsewhere that needed urgent help, thinking things were manageable here, you know? But this was the only location that had Taraka spawn inside the city. Yeah. Yeah, if I read too many lines back to back, I end up yawning. I do not know why. I think that and drinking too much water genuinely are triggers for that. It's very strange. I got hit with fucking Sanyo Vasuki. The hiccup spell. I mean, something must have happened outside the city as well. There was that earthquake. We wouldn't have taken any damage from the quake had he stayed inside the city and strengthened the barrier for us. I wonder why Agni hadn't showed up during that ruckus. Did something happen in the Lake of Reflection? I have no choice but to take a closer look. It'd be too much of a detour to get a sponsor and go through the checkpoint. Who cares about clearance protocols when the whole planet's about to get doomed? What the? Again? Shoot, I heard most of the priest cannons were knocked out during the earthquake earlier. I'm telling you, man, we should just abandon this city. With Mr. Sierra going missing and all the other stuff going on, I should have seen this coming. Agni, like the other gods, you've always helped the humans, fighting to stop me, even when you had no odds of winning, and staying on the doomed planet until the last minute. I know you won't give up on a planet like this, Something must have gone down. If there's anything I can do, I'll make sure to help you this time. This is not good at all. Varuna, by the looks of it, Brahma must have granted you some serious power. Interesting. Well, Agni's obviously at an inherent disadvantage here. Best of luck. I hope nothing bad happens to Brilith while this is going on. Especially given what Indra had said to that mysterious Asura. This could be bad. But anyway, with that out of the way, I hope you all enjoy. Leave a like, comment, sub, notification bell. Share the video around 20,000 subs by the end of the year. So could you do me a solid and help me achieve that? That'd be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, here we are. On the edge. The precipice. Oh god, I'm looking forward to where the story's got to go. Anyway, hope you guys next time for another video. Ta-ta. For now.